throw the half, get a couple back points there.
Be a tech
that'll
fall.
be enough. Yep, there it is.
Second period tech fall for Aaron Seidel. Something has got to give tonight with Jax Forrest and Aaron Seidel, as they will again meet
Unbelievable.
the highest of stakes in the semifinals.
So that's predictable, actually. Both of those guys have been phenomenal all year. They had an incredible match in the duel.
Marcus Blaze with riding time over a minute. Nice job, great riding there from Blaze.
Yeah, just gritty hustle ride, continuing to control the hips, pressure forward. Got to work up the leg here, but just really workmanlike performance from Marcus Blaze.
Drake Ayala, two-time national finalist 2 years ago at 125, a year ago in Philly at 133 when he lost to Lucas Bird. So the two finalists at this weight class. If Blaze can hang on, we'll be into the consolations. So right now, with riding time locked up, Ayala needs a takedown. He's got 15 seconds. Good head-hands defense there, always maintaining really good position as Marcus Blaze.
Yeah, so difficult to get into the leg on. It's a great job.
Two freshmen, why not three? Three freshmen into the semifinals. Actually, it's four freshmen. Four freshmen in the semis tonight.
And that's been the talk all season in this weight class, how good these freshmen are, and one of them is going to be an NCAA champion.
And the cool thing about it, God only knows how many times these guys scrap over the next several years. And then maybe after that, when you look at the international side of things.
Yeah, we're going to get a lot of great wrestling out of all these guys.
Knox and Fugit, 7-7 in sudden victory. One of these All-Americans is headed home. Battle of a 15 and 16 seed. That's mat number one, upper left. What a tournament. What a tournament.
From Northern Iowa, Julian Farber is opponent from Army West Point, Ethan Bergen.
And this top left overtime bout, I mean, this is where you're just so anxious and calculated. You want to make the perfect shot.
A nice double leg from Fugit in deep.
Great job switching ahead to the other side. Funk roll here from Knox. Fugit holding those legs. Trying to create that pressure over Knox's head, but Knox in a good spot here to go out the back door, and you see him pop up. Now he's got to work those arms out. He's got one out. I think he's going to get the other one out too. Try to turn towards the head.
Fugit's got his ankle, but he keeps making the turn.
He's capturing that hip, but Fugit able to wiggle out. Knox trying to settle in.
The scramble continues, center of the mat. Advantage position here for Knox.
If you're Knox, you got a cross face here. Get your legs back, circle around. That's exactly what he's done. And gets the takedown and the win.
Tyler Knox of Stanford, 10-7 in sudden victory. Good battle on mat number one. Mat number two, Elite of American. A 1-point lead, second period, bottom left. Farber, Northern Iowa, a 6-2 lead, the 20 seed there on mat 8, bottom right. Andrick and Davis, no score on mat 7, upper right.
In the semifinals at 133. Let's check your brackets at 125 pounds. Brought to you by the Home Depot. Thanks for all of the hard work by the Home Depot.
Yes, Toronto looked pretty good yesterday. Lost in overtime to Baker of Northern Illinois to drop down into the consolation bracket, but a guy who has a lot of success, can certainly make a run Lee, similarly, obviously as the 10 seed, upset in the first round by Braxton Brown of Maryland. And this is what happens in the consolation bracket. You don't know where you're going to fall, and you see some of these high seed matchups that feel more like second, third round championship matchups. Great attack by Serrano. Good defense by Lee. But there's a couple of those in these consolation brackets to watch out for. Big heavyweight, you've got Feldman and Taylor, the 5-6 seed, set the square off. And
Legarian D. Lockett at 165.
Yep.
Who does he got? That's a big one.
Araujo
from Nebraska.
Yep. Both those guys 5-6 seeds, so.
And both those guys, tough losses.
Yep. Yeah, Lockett losing a close one. Went to overtime, got pinned by Columbia.
I believe that was Alvin able to roll him through.
Then Araujo had that tough loss where he gave up the escape.
He was up by three, top position, short time. And I think riding time was even over a minute. That was a really tough loss. When you think about the toughest losses, the quote-unquote toughest losses in this tournament, that would be one to me that would stand out.
And that's what's so hard about this tournament. It's hard not to fixate on something like that where you're doing like 3 or 4 uncharacteristic things in 10 seconds, but you have to forget about it and you have to refocus, because today's the day to become an All-American.
£141 with the 2-time reigning national champion Jesse Mendez and Vance Vombar. Mendez 4-0 in his career. Most recently on January 23rd, he teched the Gopher 21-5. Mat number 4 down below, Luke Stanich and Anthony Echemendia. They have never wrestled before. The 3-time All-American Brock Hardy of Nebraska and Vince Cornella for the big run of Cornell. That is on mat number 5. And on mat number 6, a rematch from the Paycom National Duels in Tulsa mid-November with Nasir Bailey and Sergio Vega. That was 3-0 for Vega. A takedown for the young cowboy in sudden victory. Brock Hardy returning national finalist, 3-time Big Ten finalist. He won the title by pinning Vance Vombar of Minnesota last year. Stanich undefeated. Sheldon Seymour came into these quarterfinals undefeated at 125 and was beaten by Troy Spratley. Really curious about mat number 6, because Nasir Bailey, it's no secret, it's well documented. It's been an up and down season for Nasir Bailey, but he seems to have found his groove.
Yeah, he really has. Obviously adjusting up a weight early in the season, coming up from 133. These guys had that close bout back in November, and Vega was obviously acclimating to college wrestling at that time too. So both guys sort of getting adjusted to the 141-pound weight class. But you know, Bailey did take some tougher losses kind of in that middle part of the season, but had a good conference tournament. He's looked really sharp after this first day. And I mean, the story with Vega is just so difficult to finish on. He's got incredible defense. You'll see some situations where he looks dead to rights and he somehow gets out of it.
He's like a cat.
Yeah.
Mendez leading on mat number 3. 3 of the 4 quarterfinals here at 141. An opposite look to what we saw at 133. 3 of the 4 are scoreless.
Yeah, top right, mat 5, Cornell in on a leg, which doesn't mean much against Brock Hardy, a guy who loves to create action off of other folks' offense. Super dangerous, able to score points in bunches, and then works his defense to get around, get the takedown, and immediately goes to the cross body ride and is working the opposite side of the body.
Hardy with a takedown. The Cornhusker leads it. Half a minute remaining, first period, 3-0. Here's Echemendia with an opportunity. And the Cyclone scores inside of 10 seconds, 3-0. And a big escape there by Stanich. That's a big point.
That adds